Good afternoon and welcome to RedHawks Weekly. I am Adam Shelf, today we are joined by the captain, Sam Dexter. Sam, thank you so much for making it down to the studio and joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
And let's just start with a little bit of background information for you. Everyone's got a different story. How'd you wind up in Fargo?
Well, 2019, I was in the league. I was playing for the Milwaukee Milkmen, and right after the season, we had a horrible year. They did me away to the Frontier League, and then that's kind of when COVID happened. And so 2020 came around, and the RedHawks were playing, and you know, there was nothing going on in the Frontier League. So Jeff Bittiger, who deals with a lot of the player personnel, he got my rights from the Rockland Boulders of New York, and so 2020 was kind of the first year I stepped foot on Newman. And, you know, been a Red Hawk ever since.
And a captain now.
Yeah, I'm the captain from last year, carrying on to this year. But it's just a great organization to be a part of, and being able to win a championship in 2022 was a remarkable season, and, you know, keep coming back to get another one.
I know a lot of people, when they get to be captain, there's a mutual respect that goes into that. You know, I've talked to a lot of people around the organization on the team, and they've had a lot of good things to say about you, but I imagine you probably have a lot of good things to say about them too, to even get to a point where you care enough to be the kind of leader you are for the ball club. So how did that kind of grow from being a new guy on the block just a few years ago, where now you are definitely one of the leaders of the team?
Yeah, I think it just naturally kind of happened for me, and it's all about relationships with me, and you know, building those connections with guys. You know, I don't care if you're a new guy or you've been on the team for a few years. For me, it's all about just getting to know guys better, and you know, that stuff translates to the field, especially when you're playing 100 games and playing 50 games on the road with each other, and you know, we're becoming more of a family, you know, than ever, especially, you know, already being almost 60 games in. Just trying to build like a family environment every year, and talking with every guy. There's no cliques on our team. You know, I'm pretty confident that everyone would say the same, and you know, it's just one big family, and I think that you know, not only myself, but you know, the other players, especially the older guys, have had their hand in creating that good culture in Fargo and Coast and Rennes, and you know, everyone that's helped make this thing go. You know, it's been a special ride.
What's this year in particular been like, just kind of going off that, because I know you had these RedHawks staples, your Silvianos and Pinas, Boscan, not to mention McGovern as well. And so, like, a lot of these guys who are, at this point, legends for Fargo baseball are now gone, but an influx of guys who are newer to the team or brand new to the team and making some big statements. What's it been like? I feel like it's a new era of RedHawks baseball this year.
Yeah, definitely. We've had some huge performances from guys that are brand new to the team. Just to name a few: Petey Brookshaw, Izzy, CJ Valdez. You know, we've had some great players come in this year, and not to forget, you know, the Pinas and Boscans, because they've helped create the culture that still stands today. But these new guys have come in. Everyone's playing hard. Everyone's working hard. We're all playing to win, and you know, that's what it takes. A good mix of young players that are hungry, and mixed with some of us older guys that have been here for a few years, like Dylan Thomas and Dubord and Grauer. So we got a real good mix of guys right now, and I can't say enough about those new guys especially.
And I'll ask you a little bit about some of the season, but I'm wondering, did you have any players who you kind of grew up, maybe favorite guy or somebody kind of emulated? Unique situation, you said that you grew up a lot in Maine, but you're a Yankees guy.
Yeah, Derek Jeter was one of my favorite Yankees, but I also was a catcher my whole life, so I liked Jorge Posada.
Okay.
But then again, we had Nesson on every night in the summertime, so the Red Sox were playing, and I got to watch Dustin Pedroia do his thing and all those great Red Sox players. But Petey, especially for the Red Sox, I just watched how hard he played, and there wasn't never a ball he wasn't diving for, and he just had tough ABs every night and really playing hard, playing to win, and I think some of that rubbed off on me growing up.
Love that. I could see it. I could definitely see it. You guys are in the midst of just a insane stretch of games right now. I counted something like, I think 17 days, 18 games. Is that correct?
Yeah, yep.
How do you do it? I mean, you guys literally at that point, because you count the doubleheader, you got more games than days in this particular stretch of the season against some really good teams.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a little harsh on the body at some points, but I always tell guys I didn't come all this way just to have off days. We're here to play baseball, and what better chance to play almost 20 games in a row. That's, as a baseball player, in my mind, that's what we live for. And I didn't drive all the way from Maine just to have some days off. This is baseball season. I think a lot of guys would agree with me. They like coming to the ballpark. They like playing. Obviously, you got to take care of your body, get enough sleep, try to eat the best you can, hydrate. But like I said, this is baseball season, man, and the guys here, they want to play.
Okay, so really, it's not about. You guys love it. Is what you're telling me.
I mean, I think I can speak for a lot of guys, and some guys maybe say, I need some rest, maybe a day or two, but I also think we have a lot of baseball players here, like real baseball players. They want to play. They want to be in the lineup every day, and I think that's what makes this team special, especially.
Now, you guys are coming off a 10-2 loss against the Kane County Cougars team, who hung 20 runs on Sunday. So when you look at 30 runs over the course of 48 hours, roughly, that's a hot team. What do you guys got to do to slow down a team that is riding that kind of confidence?
Yeah, I think it all starts with the starting pitching for us, and then trying to score first, because we know how it feels to be on a heater like they are. We've gone series where every ball in play is almost a hit, and everyone's scoring, and that's just baseball. You go through these stretches where you're just scoring, and then you might hit a series where you don't do anything. It's just the nature of the game. But for us tonight, I think Colby Kaiser's pitching, and hopefully we can get him a couple runs early and play good defense. But for these teams like Kane County and Cleburne and Sioux Falls, the teams that can really hit, it's important for us to get off to a good start, so we're not chasing the lead the whole game. But our guys never say die. I think everyone's fighting till the end regardless. But it should be fun tonight.
And now, I hate to put you on the spot here, but if you don't have to go exact, but just roughly, who would you say, besides the RedHawks, of course, who are number one, who would you say, I don't know, about top 3 teams in the league of the teams you've kind of been battling against so far?
Yeah, I think you have to put Sioux Falls in the top 3. We've played them 6 times at their place, and I think they're real tough to beat there, and they've had some real good starting pitching. Kind of can just keep you off balance with some of their guys, but you got to put Cleburne in there as well. Their offense is pretty solid. We've played them now, I think 7 times, and they've been able to score kind of at will. Some guys, we've been able to shut down, and then for that 3 spot, it's probably a toss-up. We've only seen 1 game from Kane County.
Sure.
They're solid. Chicago was solid, and then on our side, Winnipeg's also a good team. So I think, the league is getting more even. I feel like every year, every team's kind of making their case, for that playoff run, and it's fun to be a part of. You're not looking at a team and saying, this is going to be an easy series. Every team is going to give you your best, and that's what you want anyway. You want competitive series, and that's what we've gotten so far.
Absolutely, and you look at Kansas City. They've had some weird situations, kind of with their playing surface that cost them a few games played, and but that's a sleeping giant, defending champ. And I know that there seems to be a rival between the Monarchs and the RedHawks, and the Gold Eyes always give you their best game.
Yep.
So tough stretch coming up. You got Kane County, and then coming out of that, you got KC, and then you got Sioux Falls. So you're kind of weathering the storm here, looking past, obviously one game at a time, right? But just kind of looking down the intermittent stretch here, and you're hoping to get a little healthier. What do you guys got to do to finish off July strong?
I think it's just having a day-to-day mindset. You can't really look at Sioux Falls or Kansas City while you're playing Kane County. We have to stay in the moment, and 3 more games with the Cougars. I think every game is important. Every game from here on out is going to be important. Just having that never quit mindset. I think our team has had it all year. I think if you've been to the games, you can see it. With 2 outs, we're able to score runs. 2 outs, no one on, we've been able to generate. Down 2 runs in the 9th, down 5 runs early, come back. So just playing day to day. Doesn't matter about tomorrow necessarily. Like, tonight matters the most for us, and I think I could speak for everyone when everyone has that mindset, I think, and it's also contagious when you're just focusing on the present and worrying about the Cougars tonight.
What do you guys got to do well tonight?
Like I said, I think getting off to a decent start, just weathering the storm. They kind of jumped all over us last night, and they have some pretty prolific hitters at the top of their order. I think some of the top guys in the league are hitting in their top 3 or 4 spots. So hopefully Colby can keep them off balance and we can make some plays behind them. But at the end of the day, we got to score some runs and help him out, especially him being, a young pitcher. And even for the vet guys, you always want to be able to help the guys out, help the pitchers out. I know they can breathe a little easier going out to the bump with a couple-run lead.
Well, I like your guys' chances. I think that my prediction is it's going to get big bounce back game.
Yeah.
Feeling a big bounce back game from the RedHawks tonight.
I like that. It's always good to bounce back from a tough loss. And even Milwaukee on Sunday, that was a tough one for us. But, it's about today, man. That's kind of been our motto. Today is today, and we're not thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. So that's what we'll go with.
Love that. Well, I know you got to get to batting practice, so I'm not going to hold you any longer. Anything else you want to add?
No, I just always say just thank you to the fans that come out and support us, and it's always great playing in front of the home crowd fans, and just keep supporting those RedHawks, and hopefully we can win some games and get to that Wolf Cup final and make some noise again.
Well, we'll see. I know I'll be there. I'll be there. Good luck tonight against the Cougars and the rest of the stretch. Hope you guys do get some rest with that built-in break with the All-Star weekend coming up here. And so good luck tonight, and we'll see you next time, Sam.
All right, thanks, Adam.
Thank you. And that's all for now on RedHawks Weekly. The game's starting at 7:02, so get down to Newman Outdoor Field. Give these guys some noise. Give these guys some support. Should be a really good game between 2 teams chasing first place. We got Cougars at RedHawks. The 7:02 first pitch at Newman Outdoor Field. Until next time, Adam Shalafu with Sam Dexter on RedHawks Weekly. We'll see you next time.